The 1-900 Wrestling Podcast is brought to you as always by Patreon.com/1900Wrestling. You want a place to discuss all the superstar shakeups? Head on into our patron-only Discord. That little barrier of you loving this podcast and paying to get in creates the best community to talking about wrestling on the internet, bar none, friends. Nobody who has taken the challenge has walked back and said this isn't well worth whatever you're kicking in to our Patreon. So go ahead and take advantage of it yourself. Patreon.com/1900Wrestling. But enough of talking about how we support the show, my friends. What do you say we just do the damn thing?
I want you to call me for all of wrestling's latest news and views. I've been involved in wrestling for 35 years, and nobody knows wrestling like me. Remember the number 1-900 Wrestling.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 1-900 Wrestling. We are still recovering from WrestleMania. We are still recovering from everything that happened on WrestleMania weekend, but at least I got my boy back. Welcome, Willie Dills, back to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, man. It was really annoying to miss that particular show, but it's actually good. I had a week to actually fully watch all of the action because I wasn't able to catch all of it.
Yeah.
It was a busy weekend, so I watched most of WrestleMania the day of.
Yep.
It was a long show, though, man. That
Woo!
was...
Woo!
Yeah, it was hard to actually get the entirety of that show in. But I got, like, that day I made sure not to miss a few matches. And turns out that, looking back, those are still my favorite matches that I actually caught live. So that and then NXT TakeOver was absolutely insane.
All right, well, here, how about this? Because we're going to be doing a lot of ranking. We're going to do a draft. Yes. We're going to do our own Superstar Shakeup draft.
Sure.
But let me get your top 5 matches in whatever order. You don't have to rank them necessarily right now, although
okay.
I'll eventually ask you for your favorite. But of everything you saw, so the NXT, the WrestleMania, anything else you caught on Twitch, any of the ROH show, give me your top 5 matches now that you have studied them for a week.
Well, number one match of the entire weekend, and I did not catch ROH, so
yeah,
forgive me if
you are not snubbing Kenny and Cody.
No,
yeah.
I'm sure it was fantastic. I did watch like some of the highlights and some of the stuff about the finish and everything, but number one match for me was Gargano Ciampa. That shit was insane.
Yeah,
it was like all the callbacks, all the everything, all the build up. Just so fun, like so fun to watch, and a really satisfying ending. Really satisfying ending to the whole thing.
They have been so deliberate.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like kind of like how you do a feud, right? This is the feud 101.
It is art. I mean, it is them setting so many breadcrumbs from so long ago.
Yep.
And then paying it off in one big, we're never going home again, gigantic blow off. The second 5-star match for Johnny Gargano. That man is Mr. 5-star. But I wonder if the other match deemed 5-star worthy by the Lord our God, Dave Meltzer, also makes your top 5.
It does, actually. And you're talking about the ladder match, right? The ladder match was... Yeah. I mean, look, I just liked it because this was, you know, we're getting to see Ricochet make, like, essentially... I mean, it's not his debut, but this is, like, we're unleashing the Ricochet, right? This was... Yes. And this was a spot fest, if you want to call it that. This was, like, all those things, but it was just brutality after brutality with another really satisfying ending. And it just started hot and never slowed down.
Here's the crazy thing about all 5 of those guys is that Killian Dane is an actual mastodon who can
Sure.
do a coast-to-coast drop kick, and he gets lost. Like he's lost in the shuffle. This is an actual you used to joke that Vader was a mastodon. He is literally, they found Killian Dane frozen and they have thawed him out and taught him to wrestle, and he gets lost in the shuffle of a match that had so much explosive talent, so many insane spots, such fun storytelling that you can't help. Somebody's gonna get lost in a 5-man match with that much talent.
It was talent overload, right? And there was a lot of, the other cool thing about that match was there was many ways they could have gone as far as the winner, right?
Yeah.
And I really do think though that in the end, I think Adam Cole Bay was the correct call, because they're basically just strapping the rocket to Adam Cole right now. The NXT rocket is firmly on his butt, and he is going to the top. I don't think, has there been a double champion in NXT? Well, I can't think of how it could have happened.
Considering they just invented a second belt.
Sure.
At this event, no. I mean, it's
I don't think there's any way it could have
singles.
ever happened before, right? I mean, I'm not an NXT historian, but I don't see how it could have happened. So he's got to be the first one, and it's just insane. So that I'm gonna give a satisfied. Okay, people are probably gonna be like, that's a stupid one to say, but I really just enjoyed Undertaker coming out and squashing John Cena like a lot. Like I really enjoyed that.
It was. I mean, it was pretty amazing how good he looked.
Yeah, like I didn't want him to come out and put together a 20-minute one final masterpiece. I wanted him to come out and squash John Cena, and then they gave it to me, and it was like, they actually did, like I said on this show. Oh, I don't think that match is happening.
Yeah,
they totally swerved me and fooled me. You got John Cena drinking in the audience. You get the whole thing going on. It was just it was super fun.
They sold the inevitable as a surprise. And if anything is professional wrestling, it's selling you the inevitable as a surprise. And that was fantastic.
Jumping around and being excited about watching John Cena get his ass beat by Undertaker. And it was like I didn't need a botch-free match. I didn't need any of that. I just wanted that satisfying moment, and they gave it to me.
And by the way, kudos to them for actually sticking to what John Cena said before, that he didn't want to take a spot from anybody.
Sure.
When everyone's like, "Oh, it was a squash. It was 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes of pure nitroglycerin, because you can't help but get super hot for the Undertaker coming out, right?
Sure.
That whole little bit with Elias was fantastic. John Cena was a great part of the product. I loved cutting to him in the crowd. But all right, so there we go. You have your 2 NXT matches. And you have Cena Undertaker, short though it might have been.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw Angle, Rousey, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, because that was another one that was just so damn fun. Everything about it.
Widely considered to be the match of the night. Ronda Rousey, after looking maybe a little clunky during those promos, holy crap! You realize how much of a natural athlete she is.
That's her first match. I mean, everything about it was just like I mean, I think we all kind of knew the ending was going to involve Ronda Rousey tapping somebody out. Then it was just kind of which spot is it going to be? And then and then it keeps getting broken up. It's one of those matches where I just sat there and just pretended to be a fan of a fight. Yeah. And just throw all the things I know about, background politics and what's actually going to happen here and, where this is going and blah, blah, blah. I just threw all that out. And I just was sitting there just getting incredibly entertained by it. And then, I thought that I was going to say something like AJ Shinsuke here, or something like, Intercontinental match or something like that. But no, NXT tag team match.
Wow. So you go with the 3-way tag team match, the Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. Yep. I mean, great match.
It was just so fun, man. And you had a fun twist at the end. You got Roderick Strong joining the Undisputed Era. That seems great to me. I like Roderick Strong as being a heel.
You want to know what though? I might have gone. All right. Well, here, no. So that's 4. Do you have one more?
No, that's 5.
Is that 5?
Maybe 2 from WrestleMania and 3 from NXT.
3 from NXT. There you go.
That's the problem that I had with WrestleMania, was that everything else kind of felt underwhelming. Even though the whole thing together is one giant chunk.
I would probably sub out the tag match with the women's match. with Charlotte and Asuka. I thought Charlotte
and
Asuka,
Asuka, sure. That was really, yeah, that was a great match too.
I thought that was the first time that, and I'll tell you what, a dress rehearsal, if you believe some of the dirt sheets, that was the first time where a big women's match felt like it belonged. Like, sit down in your seat. This isn't going to be a spot fest necessarily. This isn't just going to be big moments. This is going to be a wrestling match, and boy howdy was it. It was fantastic.
Now, I wouldn't, honestly, like, that was one of the ones that was on my mind as well, but it was just, I guess maybe a little bit of me was there's endings in WrestleMania that were confusing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that's what a lot of people came away with is, wait, Asuka lost her streak? Brock beat Roman? Wait, what? Braun Strowman pulled Nicholas out of the audience? Like, there's a lot of things where you were just kind of like head scratchers a little bit, you know?
Well,
and,
I don't know how much we want to get into the main event because that just is kind of this endless conundrum, time suck. But I get Asuka losing to Charlotte. If you're going to, she has to lose that streak somewhere. And there is nowhere,
it does have to happen.
And there is nowhere bigger than somebody that is obviously on her level at WrestleMania, right? She didn't lose it to Alexa on a random Raw. It didn't happen during the mixed match challenge. If it was going to end, it should have ended there. I agree with the criticism that it could have had a stronger finish, that maybe have more reasoning, more brutality from
also
Charlotte.
The fact that Asuka taps to end her streak is
and not pass out or something.
Yeah. Like, your streak is long as hell, man. Like, and then she's just like, I don't care about it anymore. Never mind, tapping.
Yeah,
because she did, like, there was times, there was Billy and Peyton and what's her name in
Nikki
like the
Cross.
4-way where she was just getting her ass beat. Yeah. There was like all these times where she like just completely found a way not to lose, and then I guess the figure 8, man, it's that shit hurts.
I mean, look, are you gonna argue with it? All right,
she's bridging. It hurts. You got to understand. Yeah, but that was my issue. It was one of the reasons why I think that Takeover to me ended up being the event of the weekend, even though WrestleMania is the show of shows. Is Takeover just left me feeling so satisfied and happy about being a wrestling fan, and WrestleMania just left me feeling like tired and maybe a little annoyed.
Yeah, I think,
I don't want to feel that way after a wrestling show. Obviously, I would love to watch 7 hours of wrestling and just be like, hell yeah, that was the best thing ever. But I couldn't honestly say that after watching WrestleMania. I was like, there's parts where I was just like, man, I wish I'd have just fast forwarded some of this stuff. And then there was amazing stuff as well.
Yeah.
So,
I thought, this is not a new.
was WrestleMania.
This is not a new take, but obviously the first half was amazing. I was blown away by the first half. Second half, look, you got some clunkers in there, and it would have been nice if we would have gotten a 40-minute classic from AJ Nakamura, but I think where they're going is probably more important than where they were for that match, and that's
I don't
fine.
mind Dick Punch Nakamura at all. Like, I thought that was incredibly entertaining.
Fucking no speak English was, oh my God, so good. So because for the first time, and it really, you need that kind of time and care with a character to have him make that kind of turn, because now we know enough of Nakamura's humanity that we don't look at him being like a foreign asshole. He's an asshole who's hiding behind that, right? Like, it's cowardly and mean that he is embarrassing Renee, but you don't know that unless you know him. And you know that he's like cutting promos through. He's been very diligent about like trying to speak English and connect with the crowd and everything. And so that's, man, I'll tell you, I think Nakamura right now is supercharged in a way that I have not been excited for him since that Fight Forever match with Sami Zayn.
With Sami Zayn, yeah, but also there's another level here. There's levels to his heelness, which is that this was, like a match, a main event level match that was happening that we were so excited for. We got that moment at the Royal Rumble where he calls them out and everyone's just so hyped to watch these two guys go. And then essentially he robs the fans of that match by just hitting them in the nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But look, we just spent 20 minutes talking about how amazing Gargano and Ciampa were,
so
right?
We're going there.
Yeah. So
for sure.
Let's obviously WWE's prone to changes a little bit more than NXT.
Yeah.
But let's hope.
I mean, look, I think we're going to a pretty special place here with this AJ Shinsuke thing. So I'm on board. We can have all sorts of stuff. AJ can start wearing like a huge cod piece every time he comes out to the ring. Yeah. Because he understands. We could get all sorts of fun things out of this. And obviously, Shinsuke pretending not to speak English. That could be one of my new favorite things.
So good. Just as soon as he gets a question he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Although exactly. You can't rely on it too much because there will be a no speak English t-shirt on WWEshop.com if he keeps doing it. And we don't want that. All right.
No.
News outside the ring. John Cena has ended his engagement with Nikki Bella. That news breaking last night. The always cryptic John Cena Instagram posting comic book guy from The Simpsons saying worst day ever. This today from People Magazine, Nikki Bella is heartbroken by her split from John Cena just weeks before they were set to tie the knot. Although Cena, 40, admitted that in the past he didn't want to get married again. He was previously married to another person. He got down on one knee and proposed to Bella on April 2017. However, a source tells People that he started getting cold feet as the wedding date drew near. Quote, she never gave him an ultimatum. He talked a really good game about having change, about having his priorities straight and knowing what's important, and it was her. But as the day got closer, it was just like he went back to who he's always been, which is somebody who puts himself first, always. He's an incredibly dedicated, driven, ambitious guy, and for the longest time, he said he didn't think he had the room in his life for spouse or kids. I think that in the end, that was still the truth. I don't know why they didn't just have Bree's name attributed to this, but apparently an anonymous source close to the Bellas. I'm just kidding. I mean, what, if anything, does this have an effect on John Cena's WWE character, if at all?
I don't think it does. I think he just does what he does, man. I think at this point, if we're waiting for John Cena to change, public image-wise, yeah. But you know what? He was good in Blockers. He's gonna get another movie role. He's already doing Duke Nukem.
Oh yeah,
his character
he's doing
part-timer
Bumblebee.
Hollywood guy now.
He's doing Bumblebee. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, we're not going to see a lot of John Cena this year.
Yeah, that's his character now. His character is part-timer guy, and he's every time he shows up, he's going to talk about how much he misses everybody and everything, and people are going to say he sucks, and people,
I mean, notice what he did a media tour for Blockers, right?
Yeah,
and if the interview, I watched a couple of them. If the interviewer brought up the WWE, he would talk about it. Sure. But he did not talk about WrestleMania. He did not talk about calling out The Undertaker. He did not talk about anything. It was about Blockers in theaters this Friday. That was it. Now, here's where I will push back on it, though. He's going to have to talk about it at the next time he comes out, right?
Yeah. I mean, at this point,
the crowd's going to get
fourth wall breaker, John Cena.
Crowd's going to get up his butt, and this is not a random person. This is not a private citizen. This is Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella may be on the roster the next time that he shows up.
Sure. No, very, very possible. Also, I wonder, what happens if Daniel Bryan and John Cena cross paths? Is there an interaction there? Is there married to her sister? Like has a child? There's definitely going to be. I think if they want to keep the new version of wrestling characters going, where they acknowledge real life, you acknowledge it. I just don't think like his character actually. I don't think he like turns heel now as it becomes like Bachelor Cena. like Godfather Cena starts coming out with a bunch of hoes
with the hoe train. Yeah.
I'm
just saying, maybe he's gonna be spending.
Still just gonna be never give up, hustle and respect or whatever bullshit. Like that's
all I'm saying is that he needs an asterisk on that never give up towel.
Yeah, that's okay.
He does. That's it.
He should how he holds it up and then he flips it over.
Yeah.
You should be like, never give up unless you're getting cold feet and your wife kind of sucks and you don't actually want to go through with it. Yeah. Then maybe give up.
And then, hey, look. I'm not going to blame you.
I don't know how much is real and how much isn't when you watch Total Divas Live. But it did always seem like he was a little more like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll marry you. Like, you seem to really want it. And she was the one who, like, really wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of the vibe you got. So I think he'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. She's probably, sure. I'm sure she's devastated. She's, maybe a book deal is going to happen. But, she's going to find somebody.
I mean, because that's the other side. The other side of this is that this is her career too.
Yeah.
Like she has tremendous ties to the WWE. Like, yeah. You don't know whether or not this is going to get brought up in an angle for her if she starts working again.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. If she comes back to in-ring action, she could definitely be the smited. Well, I guess you're not an ex-wife, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The broken-hearted
jilted
woman.
at the altar, runaway Cena.
Yeah.
That's who he is. Well, oh well. We'll find out. I'll tell you something that definitely is happening this evening and tomorrow evening on WWE programming is the Superstar Shakeup. They don't call it a draft because I'm sure Vince McMahon's got some weird thing about drafts. They aren't having a tournament for the tag belts. They're having an eliminator. But it is a draft, and so we're going to do a draft. Dills, do you want Raw or SmackDown?
I'll take SmackDown.
All right, SmackDown. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Is it odd or even?
It is even.
7 was the number.
All
even
right.
is not what the 7 is, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to say that my first pick for Raw is the big dog, Roman Reigns.
Wow, okay.
Look, man, he's still the star, and
yes,
I believe that he is, if I surround him with the right pieces, this is a breakout year for Roman Reigns, the likes of which he's never had before. And now
I don't disagree with that at all. I think, look, he lost, but it was kind of a sympathetic moment a little bit, because it was bloodied and brutal. And, a lot of people just didn't expect it, didn't see it coming.
And just that one, the image I can't get out of my head is him in the crimson mask, like yelling at Brock Lesnar. I'm like, that dude. Give me that dude. If you had that face on the cover of a wrestling magazine back in the 90s, I'm buying that magazine immediately. I need to know more. I will subscribe to your newsletter. The big dog. All right, who's your number 1 pick for SmackDown?
Wow, number 1 pick, huh? This is kind of tough because you gotta get this one right. I mean, I need someone to carry my show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know someone who can carry SmackDown, and that is one AJ Styles. I'm going to keep him on SmackDown. That's where he belongs. It's the house that AJ Styles built.
It is the house that AJ Styles built.
We're not going to let him go.
By the way, all right.
I'm leaving you a really good pick, though, and I'm kind of sad about it.
So. Just to be clear, we are also going to be doing NXT people. So even if it's likely they're not likely,
anybody, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll also do NXT.
Doesn't Raw get like 2 picks every now and then or something because they have to fill out more people? I can't remember how they actually
did that last time, but it was like toward the end they were
whatever. We'll just pick like 10 guys or something, and then we'll just autofill the rest, right? Like you do in video games.
All right, so there we go. Roman on one side, AJ on the other. That means I am going with the king of strong style.
Wow, you're gonna separate them,
Nakamura.
You're gonna keep them apart until SummerSlam.
Well, also I want to see Roman Nakamura.
Okay.
Like, Here's what I need. The center of my show is Roman Reigns, and I need workers all around him. Like,
sure.
That's my goal. This is the show I'm building, is to put workers all around Roman.
All right, I dig. Okay, so you've got Shinsuke. Well, then I'm actually kind of glad, because I was concerned maybe you were going to take the guy I was going to take next. I'm going to take Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, there we go. You know, it's hard. That's hard.
He's back in in-ring competition. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. I know they fought on like just a random SmackDown,
which tells you that Daniel Bryan's gone, right? That and the fact that Paige is the new GM. They're like,
sure.
You can't compete on Raw and then be the boss on SmackDown. So you are going to Raw, my friend.
Yeah, pretty much. But, you know, look, in my world, he stays, and this is an AJ Daniel Bryan feud that gets built up for a long time and has like a big, you know, just blow off match. That's amazing.
All right. Oh, man. So many to choose from here.
Next pick is a big one here, because this is where we're starting to get to, like, you got to get the top, like, kind of mid-range guy who's actually kind of a main eventer potential.
You need somebody that can, again, right now, 1 through 5, I need people that can feud with my champion.
Sure. Gotta make Roman look strong.
Unless I am bringing on the biggest star on that WrestleMania program, and that is Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Nicholas for a second. Okay.
Look, I think that there is an argument to be made that Rousey is your number 1 pick. I mean, if you want ratings, if you want to sell tickets, if you want the biggest brand, Ronda Rousey is the biggest star.
Sure.
In fact, I would not be shocked if the number 1 picks on either show are Ronda and Charlotte setting up a possible WrestleMania match down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, she's. There was a bunch of people talking about how, like, non-wrestling fans talking about how, like, oh, did you hear Ronda Rousey fought? And you know, and I was like, oh, you're talking about at WrestleMania? They're like, yeah, at WrestleMania. Like, what happened? And they were interested. They wanted to know, you know?
And she ruled. And she's, you know, Kurt Angle, apparently. Like, she's just like a prodigy at professional wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. That's absolutely what it looked like to me. All right, well, I think I'm going down a path here, and I'm just going to keep going down that path.
All right.
I'm gonna, you know, eventually I'm going to have to switch here and start grabbing some heels, but I'm going to grab my man Rusev right now.
At number 3?
Yeah.
At number 3, it's Rusev Day? Oh my God! What an overreach! That is ridiculous, and you know it's ridiculous.
I don't think that's ridiculous at all. I think he's. If you want to talk about who's the most popular guy when he comes out right now, Rusev is in there, man.
Look,
Rusev's
man,
in that conversation.
He's getting chance. You want to know who else got chance? Zack Ryder got chance. Fandango got chance.
Well, that would be an overreach, but no, I'm taking Rusev Day.
Look, I have 100% faith in Rusev. I think he's fantastic. I think he should have won the U.S. Championship. I hope that he immediately inserts himself into, if he goes to Raw, that it's immediately a Intercontinental title push for him. I think he is sky's the limit amazing. But the fact that you are leaving some of the names that you have left for me is criminal. You should.
Look, you just picked somebody third who has 1 match in the entirety of her professional wrestling career.
She's the biggest star in combat sports, next to Conor McGregor, and possibly larger because she gets to be the star forever because she's a woman. Like, that is.
Hey, look, man, I just let you pick it. I didn't berate you for it. But, you know,
you want
to come at me,
you're ridiculous.
One match Rousey.
I was going to say that the people that I pick won't be getting bumped for Chris Jericho in Saudi Arabia.
Well, once I get my hands on him on the SmackDown roster, he won't be. He'll be main event ready. He's ready for it now.
With my 4th pick, Jury's Raw selects Burn It Down, Seth Rollins.
That's not a bad pick. I like it. I was considering. I mean, look, I think Rollins would have fitted well with the three I already got, but you're gonna need some people like him.
I'm just gonna say, I did it to keep him away from you, just because AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and Seth Rollins.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure everybody saw it at a bingo hall for ROH 7 years ago, but like. That's an amazing. Those three having matches with each other are just so good.
They got some fight forever chance, yeah, for sure. All right. I got. That leaves me with a good one too. Even though it's going to be rough for me to find him the proper competition.
Okay.
With the names that I already have, but Braun Strowman coming to SmackDown.
Where Braun goes is going to be interesting because I think he's bound for SmackDown, or else they would have kept.
Think so too.
They would have kept those titles on him. I think him giving up the titles is a sign, and also that's a lot of faith that they are going to put him on SmackDown and just let him kind of run wild.
Yeah, do Braun stuff on SmackDown. Like he'll just be the unstoppable force there. It's interesting though because there's some guys that I see coming in that I think could make for some fun matches with him. We've kind of gone through all the giants and stuff. We did the Brock thing. We did the Roman thing. But there's some guys out there that I think could be real interesting. Maybe some newer faces, maybe some returning faces.
Yeah.
Could be a lot of fun with Braun Strowman.
With my fifth pick, exploiting Willie Dill's rampant misogyny, I will take the second biggest women's star in the roster, Charlotte.
Now, here's the thing. You can call it misogyny or you can call it letting all the women go to one show so that they could just have an absolutely awesome deep roster.
Oh, stop your who are you?
I'm just saying,
really helping the women by not giving them opportunity.
So I'm just going to have them come on and just mess with all the dudes.
Sure.
I'll pick them down at like 14, 15, you know? Like,
all right. Fine. Who you got?
It's fine. All right. I am with my fifth pick. Like I'm building a very specific set of guys here. I'm not just trying to pick.
You're building Ring of Honor with Braun. That's who you're building.
Wait, Rusev was on Ring of Honor?
No.
All right, but you know what? You can call me a smart all day long, but on SmackDown, we're getting woke, baby.
Oh,
woken Matt Hardy. Yes. He that's where he needs to be. That's where he belongs. That's where he's coming. And we're gonna give him all the time for all the vignettes he wants over there on Willie SmackDown Live.
See, number one, great pick, first of all, because you're right. You're not just picking a wrestler. You're picking a solid 5 to 7 hours of content that you don't have to produce. Right?
I'm picking a universe now. Like people don't talk about the Seth Rollins universe, but we've got the woken Matt Hardy universe. So yeah, I also just think he needs a place where there's not a whole bunch of other crap going on, and he can kind of carry a portion of the show every single week.
See, that's the only reason why I think that there's no way that Matt Hardy ever leaves Raw.
I know.
Is that it's like they have 3 hours. And every once in a while, if they're able to slot in a 2-act break, a pre-done thing, man, I think they're going to be pretty happy about it. All right. With my sixth pick, I am picking Finn Balor.
That's a solid one. That's a solid one.
Because I need Roman Reigns. I need Nakamura. I need Seth Rollins. I need Finn Balor. And I have one more, and I got my two more, and I'll get my old school SmackDown 6. Just mix these guys up however we need. We're just gonna have legit matches each time.
I like it. Now I got a little bit of a problem with this pick because there's some guys that I want, but I'm a little concerned how they would actually kind of fit into what I've got going here. So I'm going to have to kind of take a flyer on somebody here. Just somebody that I think can be a little bit of support here and there. We understand he's not going to be around all the time.
Uh-oh.
I'm grabbing my man John Cena.
John Cena!
I think there's a lot of fun that can be had anytime he does show up. And obviously now we've just talked about now I just want to see Daniel Bryan and John Cena have a conversation. I want to see them have a promo and actually break the fourth wall, talk about relationship stuff. I just want to see that happen now.
I mean, it'd be pretty dope. It'd be pretty good. I gotta say, you have a much funnier show than me.
my show is definitely Look, you got some serious star power though.
I've got some like some classics in the making here.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I want to watch your show more than I want to watch mine.
I'm going for a specific type of thing here, and I understand I'm probably not robbing any selections from you, but it's whatever.
With the 7th pick, Jury's Raw selects Ricochet from NXT.
I like that one, dude. Wow.
Ricochet versus Roman Reigns. Ricochet versus Nakamura. Ricochet versus Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. This is a man, just drop him in there, let him go.
I mean, you've got like just all like a bunch of 5-star matches that could happen anytime right there.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the way, in a way that I am worried about what happens to Gargano, because Gargano is small. He is just a very small dude. Ricochet can stand next to Randy Orton and not be embarrassed.
Sure. Yeah. And it's actually one of the reasons why I'm a little hesitant to pick a guy like Gargano, because even though he makes a lot of sense, I'm just like, man, who is he? Does he fight Rusev realistically? I don't think so, Although I think he's a guy who can find a way to pull off a match with almost anybody, right?
Yeah.
He just has to get creative. All right. What am I on now? 7?
7.
We're on 7? Okay. So I'm going to go with, I got a show going here and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going with The Miz here.
Oh,
the most must-see
great
superstar in all of WWE.
Great pick. I mean, can you imagine a Miz and John Cena feud now?
Oh, God. Please let that happen right now. It's happening on Willie SmackDown Live. That's where
where you can see it. That's where you can see it. Oh, The Miz. God, I like your show so much better than mine. Although, I feel like...
Look, I understand. I grabbed Rusev probably earlier than I needed to, but he was sending me down a path,
Yes. No, you got guys... I mean, hell, everybody can talk on your show. Everybody can talk.
It's going to be 2 hours of promos and then
Roman,
one match at the end.
Listen, as much as I love him, it ain't exactly the best on the mic. Nakamura, good, but has less is more. Rousey, rough on the mic. Rollins, good. Charlotte, okay. Finn, good. Ricochet
will never talk.
Nobody can talk. I need talkers on my show. All right. And Paul Heyman is my next pick.
Yeah, Paul Heyman to represent my entire roster.
All right. With the 9th pick. God, now I am nervous about talkers, because I would think somebody like an Andrade or somebody, but he's not talking. But
he comes with his manager though, right? So
maybe not. And even then, she's very good. Where to go? Man, I feel like I might need to look at a roster. No, you want to know what? Screw it. No one's talking on my show. It's just I'm going with Andrade, Cien Almas.
Okay, all right. See, but look, you're definitely gonna have like the better matches, I think, right here. The more entertaining actual in-ring work. But the thing that my show's gonna have.
Oh wait, by the way, Harry Anderson died. Someone just said Harry Anderson died in the chat.
Oh really?
If that is true, somebody get me a confirmation. But if that is true, that is a shame. Harry Anderson, one of the Titans of Magic.
Wow. All right. I'm sticking to my guns here. Sticking to my guns. You know what WWE stands for?
No.
Stands for
Walk with Elias. I would love to see Elias get a championship run this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. He's such a good actual wrestler too. And he's kind of, used as a little bit of a comic character. But then when you just let him go in the ring, it's awesome. So, I don't know. That guy's just like, he's still super early into his career, but he's gonna do big things, man.
All right, here's my 9th pick. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion and part-timer, Brock Lesnar.
All right.
I'm going for star power. Star
Yeah,
power.
you are.
Big fight feel, Maggle.
Yeah, you got star power. Now I'm wondering, can I pick guys who've been fired?
Yes, you can. And by the
Okay.
way, all right, yeah. Yeah, you can pick guys who have been fired.
I'm gonna rehire
Yeah.
one Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. God, everybody can talk on your show. Mine's going to be presented silent in black and white.
Nice. Raw is basically going to be the artist. It's going to win lots and lots of Oscars.
Raw is going to be, they're going to fucking throw to clips like 60 Minutes. It's just going to be me on a black, background.
Then at the very end of the show, they're suddenly going to turn the sound on and find out everyone has a French accent. It's crazy. I think you do just get Paul Heyman when you pick Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I think Dr. August Love has something in the chat. Oh, Trey just said that Raw needs KO. Hell no. I'm taking him.
SmackDown got him.
Mine.
All right. And with my final pick, I'm going to actually give myself the most balling top-heavy women's division in wrestling with Asuka, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte on one show.
All right. That's pretty baller. All right, I got one more. Man, this is tough, but like I don't really just want to. I just don't really want to like gut. Okay, I guess I feel bad. I feel bad gutting a double champion. And just pulling him away. From where he's just done so many great things. But Adam Cole, baby.
See, no,
he needs to come and join this roster.
He's another one. I forget which podcast I was listening to, but they were talking about how small he is, Adam Cole. But it's like...
Yeah, he is, but he never looks that small.
But you want to know what? He's got such personality that I worry about him far less than I worry about Johnny Gargano.
Sure. And also, he's just he just impresses me more and more. Like, I already knew he was amazing, and then just like pulling double duty, being like the star of the War Games thing, you know, all these things. I mean, yes, Big Damo, obviously, coast to coast, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, let's be honest, like, he's the guy who's just kind of like, yeah, I'll take all the bumps, I'll do all the things, I'll sell everything, I'll be the biggest like asshole show off heel, I'll run a stable. I'll do all the things. Like, all right. He's in there and he's ready to go. I'll bust my head open and then I'll come back. I'll bust my head open at a house show and come back the next day and take a bump off the top of a cage. Like, he just, whatever. He's in.
Now, Willie, on other wrestling podcasts, this would be where it ends.
Sure.
But we are adding 3 more rounds.
Ooh.
But you can only select from outside of WWE.
Really?
So
okay,
everybody on NXT, no, none of the British guys that are signed.
Okay.
Anybody signed to a WWE contract out. So ROH in, New Japan in.
Got it.
Impact in.
Okay.
I go first. And I am selecting Minoru Suzuki.
What? Oh, God. This is awesome, actually. This is just fun to think about.
Dude, Suzuki Reigns Suzuki Rollins.
Oh my God.
Come on. Suzuki Ricochet.
Yep. Well, I think you know what my first pick is going to be.
Which one? Which one, though? And by the way, for this and for all of it, tag teams count as one person.
Sure. No, I'm taking Dalton Castle, dude.
That's it.
Grabbing my boy, dude. I am going to have the world's funniest wrestling show. It's going to be awesome.
Trey Warren, Sammy Guevara is going to SmackDown.
That's right. We're going to vlog all about it, dude.
Man, I
left him on the table, so, you know.
Well, I know but which one? Listen, somebody's got to talk on my show. I'm going with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Okay. That's not bad right there. I think actually that's a really strong pick for you. I think that definitely fills your roster out. All right, well, this is tough here too because there's definitely a few guys that I could go with here, and oh man, this is hard.
This is a rough one.
This is hard.
This is tougher than you might think. We're seeing everybody getting named here in the chat. People wondering how Kenny Omega didn't go first. People thinking that Will Ospreay obviously has the highest upside. Nobody has touched the IWGP champion, the Rainmaker Okada.
How about
Tetsuya Naito?
I'm taking the Young Bucks.
Cheeseburger?
I'm taking the Young Bucks, man.
The Young Bucks.
I want a super kick party on SmackDown every single week.
God, everybody can talk on your show. It's not even.
Everyone's like,
there's going to be no
how
wrestling.
Is it not Kenny? How is it not this guy?
It's just going to be a promo segments in the ring and then a squash match with Braun. He'll just come out 4 times
comes out and kills everybody.
And kill somebody.
Yep. It's going to be great.
I can't believe that you left me with the cleaner.
I know.
Kenny
I didn't
Omega.
do it. I can't believe I did either, but, you know.
But Kenny Omega. So my 3 outside picks are Minoru Suzuki, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega.
That's not bad, but my final pick is going to be Kota Ibushi.
Oh.
And now they're across from each other. The Golden Lovers.
I can't believe you finally waited to there to have somebody who can't speak.
Yeah. But that's fine because, you know, I think the Young Bucks are now going to be working with Kota. And so he'll never have to talk ever again. I'm going to put them together. They're going to be a stable. The Golden Bucks.
For those, oh my God, that's great. For those keeping track at home, my show is Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, Seth freaking Rollins, The Queen, Charlotte Flair, Finn Balor, Ricochet, Andrade Cien Almas, Brock Lesnar, Asuka, Minoru Suzuki, Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega. I can tell you which show will draw better in Japan. And yours, the Dills SmackDown show, is AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Rusev, Braun Strowman, Matt Hardy, John Cena, The Miz, Elias, Kevin Owens, Adam Cole, Dalton Castle, the Young Bucks, and Kota Ibushi.
You know, I want to watch all of these shows. Like, I'll be honest, like, it's either this is the thing that's supposed to happen with Raw and SmackDown, right? Like, they're not the same. They're not they're not just trying to do the same thing as each other, right?
I mean,
this just makes me wish this was real. Just doing this right
well,
now.
most of it is, right? It's just a matter of those guys that are doing. I just hope, man, it would just be worth it for. I mean, now that WWE owns everything, just make the deal with ROH and New Japan and put it on the network and like you make the money on it. Like they'll
the money is there to be made. And then you don't have to worry about like, oh, is Kenny ever going to go WWE? It's like, it doesn't matter if he does.
It doesn't matter if he's going to go to the WWE.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's true. It's like, you can just have these barnstorming, fun, one-off pay-per-views where everyone gets to see this fun match that they always wanted to see. I don't know.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen because Vince, and I don't think he's wrong, believes, well, what are we doing if we're not building up our own stories? We don't need anybody else.
Sure.
We have our own. And also, we'll just hire
I think
we'll hire them all away.
He's still old school Vince, right? And I think there's a new school mentality that I think might at some point replace that.
Well, no, but I don't think it's old school. It's I own this IP.
Sure.
Why would I want anyone else to get heat off my IP? And why would anybody else want to do I'll be cool to buy out somebody,
Sure.
But
I mean,
I'll be cool to hire all your
and
talent.
ROH work together, and I guess they have to essentially do things differently because they are not in the position WWE's in. So,
Oh well, I think we both got pretty good shows.
Yeah,
I'm bringing in all the managers.
Look. I mean, I understand. I'm going to get stuck.
What's
with,
Vicky Guerrero doing?
Stuck with Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and the my women's division's not going to be as hot, but.
Not quite. Well, and look, I'll tell you what. You can pick up. You could have Sasha. You could have Bayley. You could have Becky Lynch.
There's so many good names left. I mean,
the current WWE Women's Champion, Carmella.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, that all happened in a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still Becky Lynch out there. There's Alexa Bliss. Oh, my God. So many freaking
Nia
names.
Jax. I mean, yeah, both women's champions.
Yeah.
Either went in either draft. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie, what are you up to this week?
So we're finally going to be able to get back in and play some more Hearthstone, which it was so annoying to have the expansion come out on Thursday and then have to friggin' work on every single day since. But that is over now. I don't have to go back to work until Friday.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I'm going to have some time to tinker with all the fun new decks. So check that out. Twitch.tv/WillieDills is where you can find that action.
Awesome possum. You can find me, twitch.tv/JustinRYoung. That is where, or JustinRYoung.tv. That is where you can find this show every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That is 6 p.m. Eastern time. But until then, my friends,
I want you to call me
Patreon.com/1900 Wrestling is where you can support the show. For Willie Dills, my name is Justin Robert Young, reminding all of you, be dialing, stupid idiots.
They call me Hot Rock.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking. And his name is John Cena. Well, look at this prima donna.
Thank God Donald Trump a whole idiot.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.